Hey guys, good morning. It's Tony. I hope everybody had a great weekend today. Um, and we are gonna be running on the second bullish week. Last week was the first bullish close. Today is gonna be the second bullish week on SPY. If you guys saw my video from last Friday morning, um, when I did my pre-market overview. All last week we basically hit every single range, every single range, every single range. It was perfect, right? And again, same thing for this week. I'm looking for a 381 to 385 range right now. Unfortunately we already did run to the low side and bounce, which is great, which is fine, right? But ideally, I would have wanted this to happen when the market actually opened, right? When the stock market was actually open, ideally I would want this to actually be down here, because now you're in the middle range, and there's not much to gain here from 377 to 381, right? So I am in longs right now. I'm in pretty big longs right now on I'll probably open up here. Straight buy another 50 shares. There you go. So right now my positions are pretty big positions. I do think we're going to keep pushing. We just crossed 381. I think we're probably headed back towards 380 today. I think there's a really solid chance we hit 381. But again, from last week, my video on Friday, the pre-market overview, I basically said, I can almost guarantee you guys 381 to like a 385 range or something, right? That's what I think is going to happen this week for sure. Unless you have some ridiculous news on unless you have some ridiculous news on earnings or something. But as of right now, you broke major resistance, 372, came up, came back, sort of retested it. Now you're back up here. As of right now, as much as I would like to long here, on calls, there's a very good chance you possibly run to 380, wick to 381, and then come right back to 372. I would only long if you were down at 372, to be honest. I'm looking for to grab the best possible price for the SPX or the SPY, for example, SPY calls. On this move, right? So I don't want to be buying up here. I don't want to buy calls at 380 and then it touches 381 and then it dumps, right? Because all the IV is basically gone. Like you're buying at the top, right? So, unfortunately, I think at open, I'm fully bullish this week, right? I'm 100% bullish. Again, I still think 381 to 385, 388 range is gonna hit. I do think that you have a lot of room right here, right? This is basically range from where we are right now from where we are, but I think 381 to this trend up here, I think that's what's going to be target for this week. But as of right now, and I think as soon as we hit 381, I'll probably buy a put just to see how the market reacts, because it's a pretty big major resistance point, right? So I'll definitely, as soon as 381 hits, I'll be buying. I will be buying a put, just to see if it actually gets rejected. Because again, breaks resistance, goes all the way up, comes right back down, right? Breaks resistance, goes all the way up, hasn't hit resistance yet, came all the way back and retested, right? So I'm thinking it's going to do the same thing. We might actually end up pushing all the way up to 3. I think I'll instead of buying puts here, I'll probably buy puts at trend. I think it's going to be a better deal right there. So I'll probably buy calls all the way up to 384, 385, and then when it hits here, sell everything and then buy puts down to 381 again. But again, like I said, ideally, I would very much like for us to open down here. I don't think that's going to happen. I think we keep pushing right now all the way to 388. We had a nice little push there, so let's see where my positions are. Still negative about 4K right now, 3,900. I think, like I said, if we do end up hitting 388, pretty sure I'll end up being a couple of $1,000s in the money. But again, you never know, right? Even right now, like I said, if we look at the NASDAQ, the NASDAQ should be pushing with the SPY. Yeah, there you go. SPY is probably headed to 11.5. I'm looking for other tickers that I could possibly see. Apple probably going back to like 148, 150. Let me look at a bigger time frame, that way I can check. Yeah, maybe going back to 148-ish. Back to 148, 149 before possibly getting rejected and coming back to the low side, right? Let me see if I can. 148, 149. 148, 149 before possibly getting rejected and coming back to the low side, right? Let me see if I can. 148, 149 before possibly getting rejected and coming back to the low side, right? 148, 149 before possibly getting rejected and coming back to the low side, right? Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I just wanna long something today. You know, I do have Netflix calls that I'm still holding, and I think Netflix. There you go. I think Netflix is gonna go. Netflix, it's going to like 330 or something, and I think it's absolutely insane. And I think Bitcoin and Ethereum. I don't actually think they moved all that much, which is kind of concerning, right? Uh, Bitcoin's actually going to be closing a bear day sometime this week, and I possibly the same thing. Yeah, see, look at that. Ethereum's already getting rejected. So if we actually break and Ethereum goes up to 1400, Bitcoin's probably going to see some pretty clear upside as well. But again, you haven't even had major triggers on these tickers yet. Look, you're starting to get that cancel. I would long all of this actually on Ethereum. I would long all of this towards 1436 because if we close that, you're getting a cancel and you'll probably keep pushing to the upside. But again, it just I'm the same as last week, right? I told you guys that I was bullish last week, that I'm gonna keep being bullish this week, and I'll probably I'll probably keep a look at the DXY because it looks like we are pushing a little bit to the upside. But again, I think we're just trading range right now. I think all we're doing for the DXY for the dollar is just trading sideways. I'm not really sure if it's actually gonna. Oh man, we're closing a 4-hour bull trigger. That's not good. See, last time we went from here all the way back. That makes me extremely uncomfortable about my longs. We hit trend. How likely are we to actually get rejected from here? Sorry, I'm just basically rambling right now, but we're gonna be closing a bear trigger perfect on the 22 minutes. I'll probably just wait it out. But again, like I said, but my opinion doesn't change from last week. I still think, look at that push right there, right? My opinion doesn't change, right? Last week we closed a bullish week. We haven't closed like this in a very long time, back since like June. And last time we closed in June, we actually ended up rallying from lows of what, 360 to highs of 430. So that's $70 on the high side. So what's 350 plus 70, right? You're looking at a 420 price tag. So maybe something like, you could possibly see something like this, maybe something up here, maybe like 413, 415, somewhere around this area, right? So I'm not really sure, but as of right now, I am looking for this trend break. If this trend breaks to the upside, I 100% think we're going back to like $400. But even right now, yeah, it's all bullish this week. I mean, there's really no other way to put it, to be honest. It's just all bullish. And even look at this 4-hour candle. Look at that rejection, right? Look at that rejection. You went down, retested, and then look at that huge push, right? You push from 372 to 378 pre-market. You push $6 pre-market. Yeah, I would not be surprised to even see 386 today on SPY. So I mean, I would, I probably ended up buying like maybe a couple of calls for like Wednesday or something just to play today and day trade or something, because this one looks crazy bullish. So I'll see you guys later. Again, range is still 381 to 385 sometime this week. Ideally, I would want a better price on this. I would have probably bought down here at 372, 373, but you can't control the market, right? So if I can find a good entry, we actually come back to like maybe like, I don't know, like 374, I'd probably buy, calls and stuff. But, as of right now, I don't think I'm going to buy anything just because I think we're already, pushing to the upside. I'll probably buy some, 2-week out, like 388, and then just hold on to those for a while. I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.